Okay, well, today in episode 2, I really wanted to answer this particular question. People always say, how do we develop Africa? And this is actually a very arrogant question. And in fact, I have heard this, how do we develop Africa? How do we develop Africa? This is a question that I have heard development agencies in Europe and in America ask. And then I think, is it your place to develop Africa? Shouldn't Africans develop Africa? And this is really where I came to the conclusion that in fact we cannot develop Africa. We have to help people in Africa develop themselves. And as people in Africa, this includes myself, I am an African, as we develop ourselves, we can develop the world that we want. We can develop the continent that we want. We can develop the families that we want. We can develop the houses that we want. We can develop the villages that we want. We can develop the countries that we want. We can develop the continent that we want. So how do we develop Africa is not a question. We shouldn't ever ask that question. We must ask, if we want to do something, we must say, how do we help people in Africa develop themselves? So that was one of the key critical questions, and I will explain to you just now what I have come up with in terms of the Young Africa vision around this themselves. And this is the key question, because once people have knowledge, have skills, have had exposure, have seen ideas, have had an opportunity to travel, have had an opportunity to look beyond the survival level of day to day. That is when people can start thinking about the next level of development of themselves. And in developing themselves, they of course develop their family and they develop their community. And that is really where the focus has to be. So when it comes to the Young Africa vision, I had to think about how can one help people in Africa develop themselves in the best possible way? What can one do to help people in Africa develop themselves in the best possible way? Then I thought, look, it's not about people in Africa, it's about people in general. How do we, as human beings, get developed best in the best possible way? And I realized that there are 3 secrets. There are 3 secrets for human civilization. The first one starts with love. Love. And this is where the Bible teaches us very clearly, love God, and love your neighbor. Why is that so important? Because if we have love for one another, if we have love for God, it means that we acknowledge that there is a higher power that's going to call us to accountability at the end of our life. And it basically says, watch out what you're doing, watch out what you're thinking, watch out what you're saying. Someone is listening. Someone's listening. Don't be nasty, be nice. Be nice. And anyway, an attitude of gratitude to God, who has made all this beautiful stuff, who's made this incredible world, who's made your body, who's made your brain, who's made everything around you, who's made the materials that humans could use to design this pen. This is fantastic. That God is an amazing God, and He loves us so much. And if we understand that we are living in an environment of love, where love, God is love, which means love is God. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm saying love is the most important thing, and that's what the Bible teaches us. This is age-old knowledge of 6,000 years ago, and really it is worthwhile knowledge to adopt, no matter what life, how technology has evolved. The basic value systems of being human reside in love. And that is what the Bible teaches, that God is love, which means love is God. So we are surrounded by love. And love is the opposite of fear. We must give up fear. We must stop being scared. We don't have any reason to be fearful. Why? Because God loves us. And He has, yes, we have, there is a very clear breach of relationship there that happened many, many years ago. But God loves us so much that He found a solution of how to fix that relationship. So we just need to find out what is that, and then accept that brilliant solution, and know that we are restored in our relationship to God, not through what we do, but through the solution that God offers. And we can read the Bible to find out what that is. It's really exciting. The second thing is love each other. I read a very interesting book by a Chilean scientist, Francesco Varela, who he wrote it together with some other guys. I don't know if there was a woman involved. Anyway, but this book is called The Tree of Knowledge, and he was doing a biological study to understand how is knowledge transferred, especially knowledge in humans. And he came to the conclusion that the root of all knowledge transfer is love, which means that if a parent did not love the child, they wouldn't bother to teach them anything. But it's because the parent loves the child that they teach them things. And it's the same with educators. If an educator doesn't love the children that they're teaching, they can't be an effective educator. If you're there to draw a salary and these kids just irritate you, you're never going to transfer any knowledge into those brains. Never. Because the brain has, we've got telepathic capabilities. I can sense, if you don't like me, I'm not going to trust what you have. I'm going to put a little thing in front of my brain. I'm not going to trust anything you say. You have to love me if you want to teach me maths. If you want to do your job well as a teacher, you have to love the kid that you want to teach. So love is really the one answer. Human knowledge is transferred through an experience and a decision, a choice of loving the person that you're transferring the knowledge to. I said yesterday that I love you because I am wanting you to teach. I want to teach you something. I want to share my knowledge with you. And I do this because I love you. There's a lot of other things I could be doing with my time. I really need a new manicure again. There's lots of things I could do. I don't want to do those things. I want to share what I have learned because I love you. And I hope that you will understand that in loving yourself and in loving other people around you, you will have such a much more wonderful experience of this short time on earth. Now, the second thing is law. Now, again, we go back to the Bible and say, God taught us as human beings through the Israelites when they were in the desert that, guys, you need some rules here. It doesn't help if you're just going to have a lawless society. Now, stick to these rules and you are going to have good relationships. So God gave us 10 rules. 10 rules, not too difficult, any child can remember them. Rule number 1, just love me. Know that I love you. Love me. Don't make me angry by starting to talk to other people, other gods that you think that are going to give you power. No. Just understand and accept that I made the world, I'm the boss, I'm it, this is it. So love me because I love you. I made it because I love you. Don't disrespect me. Don't use my name in an ugly way. Don't ignore and disrespect me. Just be careful about what you speak. Be conscious of what comes out of your mouth. Be conscious what you think. Don't use my name in a way that is actually disrespectful. Number 3, take a break, Take a break. Don't work yourself to death. Honor. 1 day a week. I made the world in 6 days. I took a break on the 7th day. Not because I was tired. I'm never tired. I'm God. I don't get tired. But because I was finished. My job was finished. So make sure that you finish your work in 6 days. And on the 7th day, you take a break and you spend time with me. You spend time talking to me, and you spend time listening to me talking to you. And you spend time talking with your family, and you spend time talking with your friends, and you listen to them. Take a break. Don't be a machine. It's not good for you. And I didn't make your body to just keep going. You need to have a break. So the third law that we as humans need to remember is take a break and honor. Express respect, express gratitude for whatever it is that you have, for the people around you. Show them that you love them and that they are worth it, and that you're not just chasing that money thing, It's money comes and goes, relationships are what matter and they stay. Now, number 4, respect your parents, respect your elders. Why? Because we humans mustn't have this fixation on youth that is going on, and on saying that if someone doesn't look like this, has lived this long, then they're written off and they're over the hill. That is really a message from that evil power that wants to pull us down and wants to destroy society. We are taught to respect elder people. Why? Because they know more than we do. They may not have had the same education opportunities that we have had, but they have a lot more life experience, and we need to learn to value that life experience. And also one day we are going to be them. And then how do we want to be treated? We want to be treated with respect. Of course, we also want to treat young people with respect. But really, we all need to respect our mothers and our fathers, our elders in society. We mustn't remove them from society and park them in a box and get them fed and cleaned, you know. That's not respectful. We need to embrace elders in our society. We need to involve them. We need to listen to them. We need to take time to listen to their stories because we can learn from them. And we need to love them. Because one day we are going to be in their shoes. Do we want to be put into a box and just fed and cleaned? No. We want to be a meaningful contributor to society until the day we breathe out our last breath. And so, respecting our elders. The fifth one is don't kill people. Don't kill people. Don't do something that kills people. And this can be killing with words. Don't speak negative words over somebody that kills their heart. You know, watch what you put out of your mouth. Don't say negative things to people that can take their courage away. Encourage other people. Inspire other people. Express love to other people with your words. And killing, of course, you can't just kill somebody. The first, you know, it's the fact that one person can take the life of another person is just ghastly. It's just horrible. So let's not do it. Let's just not kill anybody. Let's not kill anybody. And that includes any baby that may be growing inside of you. Don't kill that baby. It's not a good plan. Be excited about that baby, no matter what way it arrived. I know that I'm talking about a lot, you know, there's a minefield out there when I talk about this. But a lot of human condition, a lot of problems and psychological problems that humans have come from the fact that the parents killed them with their words, you know. Are you a parent that is growing your child with your words? Or are you an aunt that always has to say something negative to break down the spirit of your nephew? That's not a good thing to do. Why must you try and break down somebody's spirit? That is killing. The sixth commandment is don't cheat on the person that you have committed to. Why? Because that causes wars. You know, there's so many families that are at war with each other because one person cheated on the other party. We have so many wars going on. We think we are living in peace. We are not living in peace. Every second marriage is breaking up. People don't get married anymore because they don't trust themselves to be able to be faithful. They have been brainwashed. And it's not the media, it's really that irritating little character that some people call the devil, the evil one, that's trying to help us to destroy ourselves. And he tries to destroy our self-confidence, and he tries to destroy our ability to believe that we can actually be better. And he uses sex to destroy things, I can tell you, because you know, sex is very powerful. It's a beautiful gift that God gave a husband and a wife to keep them together and to enjoy each other and to live in a family, in enjoyment and in harmony, and to really look forward to getting home, you know. And now it's being used as a weapon, you know, to fight each other or to get something, you know. You use your body to get money, you know, or you pay money because you need to feel like 100% Zulu boy. I mean, I am just saying these things are crazy. We have to think about how societies have worked in the past, and really question some of the lies that have been told about male virility versus female virility. There's no such thing, quite frankly. I can tell you from personal experience. I love sex. It's great. And I can talk about it. And I had a husband who loved it, and we really enjoyed having sex with one another. So it's not supposed to be something that's going to cause a heartbreak. It's supposed to cause some strength. So let's be very careful about what we do sexually. That's the sixth commandment. It's about sex. It's what it is. Let's understand how the Bible teaches us to enjoy it and to respect it. Number 7, don't steal. Why? Because people will get mad at you. Would you like, don't do something you don't want other people to do to you. So don't steal. It's very difficult topic. I won't talk about it more. You know when you are taking something that you shouldn't be taking, and you must give it back. That's it. That's all. And just don't take other things. We don't need a police. We can have the policeman in our head if we just remember not to kill, not to sleep around, and not to take other people's stuff. No police needed. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's really, we are spending so much money on trying to manage our own behavior when really we should just manage it in our head. Number 8 is around speaking badly about other people. Don't talk badly about other people. Don't behind the back. If you have a problem, go and say it to the person. Don't go and fill in a form at the CCMA saying that something, that person has done bad things to you, without even telling that person first. That's crazy. What kind of behavior is that? You are breaking the 8th commandment. Why don't you go and ask that person, why have you done this to me? I'm really upset about it. Don't be a coward, just face the facts and go and speak to the person. Number 9 and number 10 are very similar. They're about jealousy. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Don't be covetous. Don't want what other people want. Why? Because you're not ready for it. If you were ready, God would have given it to you. If you were not ready, God loves you so much that if you work in relationship to Him, He will give you every good thing that you need at that point in time. People who ignore and turn their back on God, they often get money and they're not ready for that money. And then what do? They spend it on drugs, they spend it on more expensive alcohol, they spend it on cars that they drive while they're high and drunk, they spend it on girlfriends, as many as possible, and girls spend it on all kinds of wasteful things as well. Quite frankly, if you're not ready for money, God won't give you money if you have a good relationship to Him. If you are not in a good relationship with God and the devil allows you to make a lot of money, you're on the way to self-destruction. God loves you too much to allow you to self-destruct with money. There's the 10 commandments, the law. Third one. I'm almost finished with the second part of this program. Third one, love the law and literacy. I was wondering, why did God give us the 10 commandments in writing? Why didn't He just speak it? Because He made the whole world just speaking it. Why did He have to write down the 10 commandments? And I realized it's the secret to human civilization. Literacy is the way in which we program our brain. He was basically saying, Israelites in the desert, don't sit around doing nothing, read. Learn to read. Learn to read, because by reading, you are able to program your brain. You are able to capture knowledge from one generation to the next, so you need to write as well. So you need to read and you need to write. You can remember it orally, but each one tells their own story a little bit different. So yes, your memory can be fantastic, and I have met many young people in Africa who know a lot of long poems, which are fantastic cultural poems, but then there's also many who don't know them. And so it's really important to start writing those things down and putting them on the internet so others can read it, so that it can maintain this amazing history, cultural knowledge for generations. So reading, literacy, is the third key to human civilization. So if we don't want to be living like animals, where we just kill each other and grab what the other one has, these are the 4 things that we need to do. This is human civilization. So, and this is not for people in Africa, this is for everybody. Civilization. I have seen very highly civilized people who act like animals. They just go after the next person, they don't care. They break all the laws, and they remain ignorant no matter how much knowledge they have gained through reading. But they are spiritually ignorant. And in fact, spiritual intelligence is one of the key topics that I will talk about in one of these shows. So anyway, let me have a break again.